Good morning. Welcome back to Keto Homestead with Jess. My rooster is on it this morning, so if you hear him in the background, I am sorry. He is being loud. It's making sure that everybody knows he's awake. How's everybody doing this morning? So I had requests for my kale smoothie and my chia noatmeal. So that's what we're going to do this morning. I can hear myself echoing. Let me see. Okay. Maybe that's a little better. 3 minutes until brain has to engage. You're funny, Trust. So I'll just wait a couple more minutes. Hey, Joe, how's it going? Hope you are well this morning. I'm just waiting a couple more minutes. Let a couple more people pop in. Oh, don't be banging your head on the wall, trusting God. That's no way to wake up. Good morning, Emily L. Good morning, Gemma. Thank you. How are you doing today? Going okay. Woke up early. I woke up early this morning too. It's already starting to get humid and muggy out there. I'm like, ugh. All right, so we got 4 people in here. Thank you all for coming in this morning. If you have the ability, please share me out. Let's get some more people in here. Make sure to hit that thumbs up. I'm okay, working on a video. Awesome, Gemma. You got that work grind down. I've been seeing all your videos popping up on my news feed. I haven't had a chance to watch. I am sorry. I've been in a little bit of a funk lately, trying to stay incognito or MIA. Thank you for sharing me out, Gemma. I appreciate it. All right, we got 9 people in here. Let's get started. Hey, Monty. Good morning to you, too. How are you doing? All right, let's get this cord out of the way. It's a little better. Hopefully you can see me over here working. It's a form of getting back to normal. Yes, I agree. Hey, Steve. Thanks for coming in. Brian Lloyd, good morning. How are you? Thank you all for coming in. It's kind of weird. All right, so we'll start on the kale smoothie. And so what I do is I put about 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream in my blender. And the reason I do this is this helps me. I can't eat 7 to 10 cups of veggies a day, which is a good intake for if you're doing keto, you're trying to get your vitamins and minerals and vegetables in. So instead of trying to eat 7 to 10 cups of vegetables a day, I just make a smoothie. And I'll put about 3 big strawberries in there. Where's my stevia? I'll put about a tablespoon of stevia in there. My strawberries I keep frozen. Everything I use in my kale smoothie is frozen. And if you don't know, if you're a gardener, you can freeze kale. You can freeze spinach if you're making smoothies. I also use the spinach in some cooking dishes as well. Let's start with the spinach. I always start with a handful of spinach. It's a little over a cup. And this does take time to get used to if you're not used to a lot of greens. Some of you know Barrett went full-fledged keto, and for years he could not stand this smoothie. And recently, when you go keto, your taste buds start changing and things like that. Before you go keto, your body's used to all those carbs and those sugars, and it looks at healthy food like yuck, and you don't want it. And then for some reason, once you start doing keto, your taste buds start changing. And he has been drinking kale smoothies now for about a month, and he really likes them. And it's funny because he was repulsed by it. So I'll just try to put as much kale, fill it to the top as I possibly can. Now, the spinach, if anybody is prone to kidney stones, you want to be careful with spinach because spinach has a lot of oxalate in it, which can cause kidney stones. Now, there's a way to combat that, and I will tell you in just a minute. Let me check the chat real quick. Good morning, Laura. Thanks for coming in. It's good to see you. Not in the kale smoothie. We're going to do a chia noatmeal here in a minute, Brian. I will use ice cream instead of kale. I'm doing morning chores before it gets too yuck. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try to mute you. Hopefully this works. And I'm going to turn my blender on. I'm just muting you so you don't have to listen to it. It's pretty loud. And with my blender, I like to give it a couple blends, and then I will add about a half a cup of ice water to this and help that get moving around. Good morning, Stars Prepper. Thanks for coming in. Okay, so I have a couple of questions here in the chat. Let's see. Trust in God. You can use any type of berry that you want to use. It doesn't have to be strawberries. Berries, it doesn't matter what kind, is an okay on keto. And let's see. Chia seeds I use are organic chia seeds from Better Body Foods. This is what I use. I get these. I bought this container, and I can't remember. It was a long time ago. I bought this container, and it was from Walmart. I want to say it was like $10. And this lasts me and my husband 3 months. There's 2 pounds in here. But instead of buying these plastic totes every month, I just buy a bag of chia. I don't know if I have one out here because I just spilled. Okay, here we go. I just go ahead and buy a bag of Walmart's Great Value Organic Chia Seed every month, and then I'll just refill this plastic jug. And those, I believe, are like $7. a bag. Make sure I didn't miss any other comments. I'm going to do some canning later, so if you don't see me on any lives later, well, you know what happened. Okay. What are you canning, Laura? Rain here for 2 days. Ugh. Over the rain. We rained here for like 3 or 4 days. Awesome. Trust in God. I'm glad you are following along and making. That's what you ordered. Well, I'm glad you ordered the rain and you got it. Some people found bugs in organic chia seeds. Well, you know, Brian, that's just a little extra protein. Nothing. It's not going to hurt you. It's a heat wave over here too. It's hot. Yeah. Awesome, Laura. I need to do some more ghee. I'm basically about out. Yeah, I think I have a half a jar left. My husband like blew through that ghee. Get this out of the way, and then go ahead and pour this in. And so before, I would drink this kale smoothie by myself, but now that my husband's drinking it, I have to share. That's all right. I'd rather him be healthy too. So I'll go ahead and put this to the side. And just a tip is I use these big straws I get from Walmart. They're pretty huge. And I use those so that like if there are any like fragments of kale or spinach in there, it can make it through the straw instead of the small ones. All right, let me get my kale and spinach back in the freezer before it unthaws too much. Watch out, Keela. Watch out, baby. Okay, real quick. So, in my cup, I have just ice, and I use Santa Cruz Organic Pure Lemon Juice. And I drink these all day long. I probably go through 3 or 4 of these cups of homemade lemonade, and I put about a tablespoon in there, and I do about a teaspoon of stevia. A simple recipe and a simple way to keep kidney stones away. So what this lemonade does, or the lemon juice does, it breaks down those oxalates. So if you are prone to producing kidney stones in your body, this lemon juice will break that down and prevent it. So I suggest highly that you drink lemon juice at least once a day to do that. Get this out of the way. Check the chat. You love lemonade, but it doesn't like you. Aw. I have metal straws. Awesome. I have metal straws too, but they're not the big ones. I need to find some big ones to make sure that kale and the spinach can go through, but I have not found any yet. Yeah, I guess you could wash chia seeds, but the thing is about chia seeds is once they do get wet, they get real gelatinous. And they start expanding. Excuse me. Okay, you ordered a 2-pound container also. All right, Amazon. Okay, Laura, thank you. All right, so I'm just going to take a small bowl. You see that? Yeah, you can see it. I put a little pat of butter in there. And of course my stevia. Put a little stevia in there to sweeten it, or whatever sweetener you choose to have. There's lots of them out there that you can choose from. I can't tell. Okay. So we'll put like 1/4 of a cup of heavy whipping cream in your pot. And about 1/4 cup of water. I'll put this on the stove top and I'll turn it on medium high. And I will let that come to a boil, like a hard boil. And then while that's doing its thing, what I like to do, and this is just habit, I did research on chia seeds a long time ago. And just for a safety precaution, I always grind up my chia seeds because they do get gelatinous. And I guess there has been reports where people have gotten the chia seeds stuck in their throat. I'm not sure how that's happened, but just as a precaution, I always grind them up. I use 2 tablespoons of chia seed for 1 serving. Now, if you're making for 2 people, you would do 4 tablespoons. Now this blender that I use, this case, whatever mug that I use, it's the only thing I blend in here is chia seeds. So I just keep reusing it, and after about 2 weeks, I'll wash it and rinse it. But I let it go for about 2 weeks. So I'm going to get 2 pounds for less than $10. That's not bad, Ryan Lloyd. You ordered the whole seed. Yeah, that's what I do too. Okay, so now all we got to do is wait for our heavy whipping cream and water to come to a boil. Oh my goodness. I love these kale smoothies. So I usually drink a kale smoothie every single day, whether that's for breakfast or usually I only do breakfast and dinner, but I'll have a kale smoothie for either breakfast or dinner. And then whatever meal I am eating that day, I'll also have another vegetable with it. So I get quite a bit of vegetables in a day. Yeah, some people make chia pudding, and sometimes I make chia pudding too, but I personally like the chia noatmeal better. When I went full-fledged keto, I was really missing oatmeal. I loved oatmeal, and this was really the best replacement I could find for oatmeal. All right, Laura, you have a good day. Happy canning. Be safe. Okay, it came to a boil. It doesn't take very long. So then once it comes to a boil, I just spread my chia seeds over there on top. I'll give it a quick stir. And then I immediately take it off the heat. Now the reason I do that, like I told you guys, the chia seeds get really gelatinous. So the longer you leave them in that pot, the thicker it's going to get, and it'll start clumping together, which the clumpiness, it doesn't bother me because I like it to clump together like oatmeal. But the longer you leave it on the heat, the thicker it'll get. And depending how thick you like it, I mean, that's fine. I don't like it too thick, so that's why I take it off. And then I'll go ahead and get a pretty good size strawberry here, and you can use any berry you want in this too. It doesn't matter. I switch it up every once in a while. I'll do blueberries, I'll do blackberries, black raspberries, and then I also do raspberries sometimes when they're in season. I don't buy that stuff. I wait for it all to come into the garden, and then I just harvest. And I don't know if anybody noticed, but in the kale smoothie, I don't really take the greens off the tops of the strawberries when I throw them into the smoothie, and it's just because there's lots of vitamins and minerals in that as well. You might as well eat it. Now, it's a little different when you're eating the strawberries and the chia noatmeal. I don't really like to eat the greens in there. I don't like the texture when I'm trying to eat my oatmeal. Just put that in there. There you have it. Super quick, easy, keto-friendly breakfast that's super yummy. Your butter will melt as you're stirring. Now I am going to turn this cam off so you don't have to keep looking at that. Bring it back over here to me. There we are. Checking the chat. Hey, Harvey. Good morning. Thanks for coming in. How you doing? You've never done what before, Brian? The noatmeal? Your mouth is drooling already. It is really good. Trust in God, how are you doing? You said you were following along and making breakfast with me. Let me know what's going on. Actually, Trust, I'm going to drop the StreamYard link if you want to come up and talk to me. That would be awesome. Let me know how you're doing. Hopefully you haven't blown up your kitchen. Oh, okay, Brian. Yeah, it's really good. And like I said, it's really quick. And like if you're busy and you have to work in the morning, instead of doing it on the stovetop, you can actually do it in the microwave as well. If you have a microwave. And I would do basically everything the same. The only thing is I would add the strawberries or whatever berry you're using after it comes out of the microwave. It says black and white seeds. I don't know what mine says. I don't think I've ever seen it say black and white. It just says gluten-free, omega-3s, organic chia seed. Yeah, it doesn't say anything about black and white. But I guess there is black and white ones in there. I don't know. Trust, the StreamYard link is there in the chat if you want to come up. I mean, ooh, There he is. Hey, Trust.
Good morning.
How you doing?
Okay, I didn't make up my hair, do my makeup, so.
That's okay. I didn't either.
Yeah, but you always look awesome in the morning.
Oh, thank you.
So I'm looking for a straw. I'm just going to have to just jerk it out of the side of the cup. I don't have straws that'll work.
That's all right. I was trying to use those small straws at first, and I'm like, what the heck? I can't do it.
Yep. I saw that. That's why I was like, oh, man, I only get the little straws. Forget that.
Yeah. Brian says that it looks like bugs, the chia seeds.
Yeah, it's something to get used to, but grind them.
Yeah.
It says grind them.
So, have you tasted it yet?
Which one, the smoothie or the
smoothie?
Yeah. I definitely want to try it with strawberries. Blueberries are okay. I like blueberries, but I think I'll taste better with the strawberries.
Yeah, I think the strawberries are like a little more, they're a lot stronger than the blueberries. It helps hide that strong taste of the kale, I think.
Yeah.
Have you tried the chia pudding or the chia oatmeal?
No, I made it. I haven't tried it yet.
Okay.
I'm still trying to get the kale taste out of my mouth.
It's funny because Barrett, he would, like, every once in a while, he'd grab a kale smoothie and he'd take a sip of it, and he'd be like, oh, I don't know how you drink that. And he did that for months and months, even years. And then, hey, Gemma. And then when he went full-fledged keto and cut carbs and sugar completely out, like 2 months after him going full keto, he's been drinking it like crazy. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. I think the key ingredient is getting the sugars out of your body. Once you get the sugars out of your body, then it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Hey, Gemma, how you doing?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm good. How's your keto journey going?
Yeah, it's going okay. I've been chucking out a load of other stuff that I didn't realize I still had lurking in the cupboards. I chucked 2 big bags of unhealthy stuff and stuff that had gone out of date in the cupboard, and I got a food shopping yesterday and got all loads of healthy stuff. Like I got some seeds and some other bits and pieces to try and start eating a bit more healthy. Went for a walk around the park, which was really nice. It's super hot, but I did that and I feel a lot better. Like I've been sleeping a lot better as well. Instead of sleeping like my usual 3 hours, like last night I went to bed at like 11 my time and I didn't wake up till like 9 a.m. this morning. So I haven't slept that long for years, so I was quite happy about that.
Yeah, that's good. Your body's starting to adjust.
Yeah, which is great. So I'm feeling a lot more active and I've been doing a lot more videos because I was kind of feeling tired trying to do my videos. I was always like, oh, I've got to do a video, and now I'm like, oh, I've got videos to do. I've got my script here and I'm ready to sit here and do it. So yeah, I feel a lot more better in myself.
That's awesome. Trust, have you felt any more energy, a spike in energy or anything yet?
Yeah, except when I go out in the 100-degree heat.
Yeah.
This oatmeal's not too bad. I still miss oatmeal though.
I know. But you know what? It's better than nothing.
Yeah, true. I'm not complaining. It's not bad.
Yeah. I think that, like I said, once you get used to the different textures of the food and the different tastes,
Good morning, Brian and Harvey.
You just get used to it.
Yeah. I'm used to having cinnamon apple oatmeal. So I'm tasting the cinnamon or the apple with the oatmeal. So I think that's what I've really. So I'll usually put a lot of other things in the oatmeal instead of having it by itself. So.
Well, that's the thing about keto and that I love so much. It's so versatile. Just because I like it one way, it doesn't mean you have to have it that way. I mean, you can take the strawberries out and add the cinnamon or whatever else you want to put in there, you know?
Yeah. No, I'm doing it from the very beginning, and then I'll just experiment.
Yeah.
Like the biscotti, I gave up on it.
Did you?
Yeah. It kept breaking apart. I couldn't get the texture to keep it together to make it to the tough bread I wanted it to be, so I gave up on it.
Oh,
So, but oh well, I'll make a keto muffin or something next.
yeah. Keto muffins are really good. I haven't tried biscotti myself. I've thought about it after you said it, and I'm like, nope, I'm just going to let Trust do his thing and see what he comes up with.
Yeah. Oh, you'd be laughing. I deleted the videos. I've actually recorded it, and you'd be laughing. You'd be like, "Oh my god!"
You should have put it up as a blooper video.
No, because not a blooper on me. I do bloopers on other people, not bloopers on myself.
How about you, Gemma? Have you tried any baking recipes or cooking recipes when it comes to keto?
No, not yet, but I'm trying. I'm going to try this week. I've got some ingredients that I'm going to try. I know you said about doing a couple of different ones, so I'm going to try and get cooking more. And I've got some really nice ingredients for my dinner later. I'm going to be doing a nice healthy like chicken salad, and I've got some veggies and different things to have for my dinner. And I'm actually really excited about cooking it. I actually cleaned all my kitchen this morning. I'm like, oh my god, I've got like all these different coloured ingredients, and yeah, I'm actually getting quite excited about cooking it. So
That's awesome. So I was on Facebook scrolling through the other day, and I can't remember. It wasn't like somebody had posted it. It wasn't an individual, but you know when you get like ads or whatever, it's like
yeah,
where they come from or whatever. But a company had done a full head of cauliflower, and they boiled it. They took it out, and they stuffed it, like flipped it over, and then like the little spaces inside the cauliflower, they put like a mixture of cream cheese and not strawberry. I got strawberry on the mind. Cream cheese, spinach, and a couple other things. I saved it, and I think I'm gonna try that this week and see how it turns out. And then on top of it, Trust, they wrapped it in bacon. And then they baked it. After they did all that, they baked it. So I'm going to try that recipe this week and see how it is. It looks so good.
Well, it's already awesome if it has bacon in it.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Do you like bacon, Gemma?
yeah, I love bacon. I don't really cook it that much, but I did actually buy some bacon as part of my food shop the other day just to do some different like keto friendly stuff with it. So I'm gonna do some like bacon and vegetable like pita bread things. I've got some other few items that I want to use it with, so that should be fun.
Awesome. Ryan, you use 2 tablespoons of the chia seeds. So I got to show you guys something. Trash, you're going to love this. Kilo, watch out, babe.
I'm sorry, Brian, that you've had rain. The UK's had a heat wave for the last 2 weeks. We've had temperatures of like 34 degrees Celsius, which is like 70 Fahrenheit for the Americans. But yeah, it's been really hot here. It's been driving me nuts.
Yeah, I can't barely walk out the front door without catching my breath. I'm like, jeez.
yeah.
Is that you'll probably actually see I'm slightly sunburnt on under my face, neck here. I went out for about 2 hours yesterday, and it was so hot. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna end up being sunburnt probably.
Oh, yeah.
It was so hot.
Barrett was
I
working.
remember those Chia pets too, Brian.
Barrett was working in the garden yesterday. He was out there for so long mowing grass and working in the garden. He'd come back in, he looked like an Indian. I'm like, what the heck?
Uh-huh.
Okay, so Trust, you ready? Can you see me?
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to be able to hold this very long.
Yeah, I saw it was a big box. I'm like, oh my god, it's a box.
All right.
Holy
Oh,
moly!
wow!
Oh my
Whoa!
god, get that at? Holy!
That's huge. Whoa!
So, you know, I don't know if you watched Ghost. I know you were in Ghost last night for a little bit.
Yeah.
But in a couple of weeks, I'll be doing a canning video on bacon, so I had to get ready.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you definitely got enough.
But
Don't get me wrong.
huh?
Don't get me wrong. I'm a bacon lover, but I only allow myself to eat bacon one time every 3 months.
Oh my
Try to keep it
goodness.
down. It's a torture. blame me because I'll start craving after a couple of days of eating it. But I mean, I got to because there's too much fat and all the other stuff in there, and just
You do know fat's good for you, though, right?
yeah, but not a lot of fat. If I ate it, I'd be eating bacon every day, and I know I'd end up having a heart attack. So,
I think I eat bacon 5 times a week.
oh man, I'm
Yeah.
jealous. I'm definitely jealous now.
And sometimes I eat it more because if I have a BLT salad for dinner, I'll put it in there too.
Yeah.
I probably eat bacon about once or twice a month, if that.
Oh, I'm definitely a bacon girl.
It's nice to be young, isn't it? When you get old, you got to limit your bacon intake, your ice cream, and all the other stuff. You got to change your diet completely and make some pains. And
But I can relate to the aches and pains.
what are you talking about? You don't till.
I don't have to. I can just look at the tiller and bust the bone or disc or something.
You're like how I am.
No, I went to, I don't think you guys have heard or not, and I don't mean to bore anybody in the chat and keep talking about it, but Monday I had an MRI done. It's been over 2 years since I've had my last MRI done, and I got a second opinion from my doctor, and, I was all hopeful and happy and hoping that when I went in there to get my results for the MRI, they'd be like, "You're healing." Yeah, no, that was not the case. Instead, they told me I had 2 new ruptured discs in my back. So basically, the L4 and the L5 are the lowest discs in your tailbone. So the other 2 are right above that. So it's just working up my back. So
you're overcompensating and it's wearing them out too. Yep, I understand that one.
So I don't know what to do.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry. We'll keep praying.
Thank you.
What do they suggest? They want to cruise?
Basically, my choices are to continue with physical therapy, start getting the cortisone shots in my back, or a 3-tier fusion.
Well, I know people have had the fusion and they say don't get it because they still have the pain and everything else afterwards. If anything, they're less mobile.
Yeah, and that's what I was told too. The mobility would be lowered.
Yeah.
So.
Physical therapy, I'm so used to that. They tell me I'm going to be on it for 3 months. I prove them wrong and do it in 3 weeks. But, that's just how I am. I'll go in every day and stuff like that. The shots, that scares me. And my spine, no. All they got to do is slip up once and you're crippled for life. It's like, that's the whole thing. I don't care how professional they are.
Well, it's funny because Emily L, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and she's a nurse, and we were talking about it the other day on the phone, and she said that those pain management doctors, the one that do the injections in your spine, they only have to go to school for 18 months for those shots.
Yeah.
I'm like, I am not letting anybody, first of all, I would never let anybody inject me with cortisone anyway, but to the spine, and then you're telling me there's only 18 months of training? No, thank you.
Yeah. Psychiatrists.
No, I wouldn't trust anyone. No way.
Psychiatrists go to school for 6 years.
Yeah.
And everything else. And they're going to put a shot in my spine? No. Sorry.
Yeah. I'll stick with my my natural medicines.
Yeah.
The thing is, people don't realize that the body is a natural healer to itself. Like, I don't think sometimes people realize that you don't need all these medicines and medications or pills pumped into you. Like, the body heals itself a lot of the time.
Yeah.
People are too quick to reach for the meds a lot of the time.
Right. You're 100% right. Hey, Ginger Ninja. And that's what I was praying and hoping on there, Gemma, is that my body would heal itself. And that was kind of a blow when I found out I got 2 more.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like people don't know that I have wrist problems. I have carpal tunnel in my hand. And people say, oh, you're going to have to end up having the surgery again like you did on the other hand. But what people don't realise is when I had it done on this hand, it's because when I was run over 13 years ago, I injured this hand so badly. I smashed the bone completely on this side, fractured the bone twice on this side, and I'd also dislocated 3 of my fingers. So I had no choice but to have the operation on this hand. But this hand's actually fully working. But when at night time, like last night, I woke up and all my hand was like fuzzy, and I'm like, it will heal itself. As long as I don't overweigh my hand or overstress it, I don't need to have a needle put into my hand and anesthetic put into my arm. I don't want it. I'd rather just let the body heal itself.
That sounds painful too in the hand.
Ugh.
Hey,
Yeah,
Harold.
so I don't want a big, because the needle that I had last time was about this long by about that fat. And I'm like, I don't want that stuck in my hand for 2 hours. No,
Ugh.
thank you. I'd rather just let my hand heal itself.
That's horrible. Brian Lloyd says, I had the injections. I don't think I will have the shots anymore. Why not? Is it not working?
Hey, Heritage, how are you?
I've heard those shots are like super, super painful too.
I don't know. I was dead set against steroids, but when I pulled my back, my primary care doctor used to be a civilian. He was a sports medicine doctor. He gave me a steroid shot, even though I'm dead set against steroids. Oh my God, I felt so great for 3 days. It was like I was 16 years old again. I was jumping around on trampolines and swimming and running.
Oh, wow.
But of course, after the 3 days, I'm like,
Yeah. Well, see, and that's what like kind of sucks for me is because like the prednisone is usually what they like to shoot everybody up with.
yeah.
And a lot of those steroids I'm super allergic to, and the prednisone actually makes me go into like a psychosis, is what they call it.
Yeah.
And basically, I don't think I'm psychosis when I go into it. It just makes my heart, like, I think my heart rate was like 180 something.
Yeah.
Hey, Moonlight Gypsy.
I just had like a really bad reaction to it. It was horrible. And it takes like 2 to 3 weeks for prednisone to get out of your body. So I had 2 or 3 weeks of just trauma going through stuff like that. So I'm really, really leery about any type of antibiotic or steroid or anything that they put in me.
Yeah. That's how I am. But I mean, I slept for 10 hours after he gave me the shot in the butt.
Wow.
But after that, I was like, I mean, that was my reaction. My body just like shut down.
Yeah.
I had to sleep. And then when I woke up, I just felt good. But when it wore off, I'm like, I was just back to feeling miserable. I was like, I can't take the shot all the time just to feel good. No.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to, but
Brian said he did it for 6 months. That's a long time.
ouch.
Wow.
Yeah, that blood sugar will shoot up too. You're right, Joe.
Moonlight Gypsy, hello. It did help a lot. Prednisone raises blood sugar. Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did not. That's crazy.
Well, you heard that Governor Abbott is signing the bill that allow military vets that have PTSD get the medical marijuana in Texas.
Really?
Yeah, even though the VA does not allow us to take it, I think I'm going to get off the VA system.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah. Because they won't allow you, but doctors will allow you if you have it, and it does help, and that helps with a lot of aches and pains and inflammation and everything else also. I mean, I don't want to be like smoking it every hour of the day just to be high or whatever, but I just want pain relief without being addicted.
Right.
And I know you won't be addicted on that. I mean, so
Yeah.
I'll just gain weight. But if I stay on keto, I should gain no more weight.
Just eat some keto munchies.
Yep.
Brian says they wanted me to take gabapentin. Yeah, they tried to get me on gabapentin. I was like, nope. What else did they give me? They give me all kinds of stuff all the time. I just don't use. Don't tell anybody. Shh.
Yeah.
What was the last thing? The last thing they gave me? Nope, that was pain medicine.
Yeah. Well, I finally got all my freeze-dried kale I needed so I can make my zuppa tostada in the thing. But now I'm looking to see if I can find other ingredients that are freeze-dried so I can start storing it.
What is this stuff? Flexerol is the last one they gave me.
Yeah.
That'll go into my long-term preps.
Yeah. I do more ointments than anything else. Like the biggest medicine I have besides like cold and cough or flu and all that other stuff. Even though I don't take it, I have it more for my kids and family. I think it's baby aspirin is the only thing I have for myself.
Yeah, and well, they used to get so mad at me because I'm totally into the natural medicine. I don't like taking the pharmaceuticals like I told you.
Yeah.
For a long time, I'd be like, no, I'm not taking it. And now I'm just like, okay, go ahead and give it to me.
Yeah.
But this
So I wish I would have known you before you started the keto, because I would have told you get a bottle of castor oil and take a spoonful and record it. And then after you've been on keto for a year, take a spoonful of castor oil and see if it tasted the same. Just to see, because it says it changes your taste buds.
Yeah.
So
I don't know about castor oil. That's nasty stuff.
I don't know. Have you had it since you've been on keto all this time?
Have you ever tasted a teaspoon of castor oil?
I had to grow up on that with my grandparents.
They
You cough once or sneeze, there's a freaking spoonful.
Yeah, that's what my husband said his parents would do to him too. But they used to say that if you take a teaspoon or a tablespoon of it, it'll throw you into labor. And I was like trying to go into labor, do everything I could to get into labor, and I took a tablespoon of that stuff. I thought I was gonna die. It was the nastiest stuff. I'm like, I don't know how you kids had to take that all the time as little kids, because it was horrible.
Yeah, it was punishment from the parents.
Yeah.
That's the way I took it. Oh, you're sick? You getting sick? Well, here, you deserve this then.
Yeah, Ginger Ninjas just put a comment in the chat. She said the first thing they wanted to do when I hurt my knee was shoot steroids. Oh yes, when I tore my tendon in my knee last year and I was on crutches for 9 weeks, they kept trying to force me to have steroid injections pumped into my knee. And I was like, nope, I'd rather just use the crutches and heal naturally. And I refused point blank to have any injections whatsoever. And I struggled for 8 weeks on crutches. And then once my crutches, I didn't need them, then I was walking normally. I was like, why force me into a chemical injection when the body's going to heal itself anyway?
Yeah.
So I refused to have it.
Those doctors, they get so mad at me. They're like, why are you so stubborn? I'm like, because I know what you're trying to do to me. I'm not taking that stuff.
Yeah, it's coming to the point for me. It's like, look, I'm twice your age. Don't tell me what's going to keep me going and being at old age due to the fact I've reached old age, and obviously I've been doing something right, because the doctor can't say nothing at that point. They're like, see?
I wouldn't necessarily say you're old, trust me, God. It's just that you're more mature and you have more life experience. It's not necessarily that you're old.
No, I know my body's a 90-year-old though. Even the doctors say my body. I'm only pushing 55, but my body, because of how badly I've damaged it doing everything I've done in my life, it's a body of a 90-year-old. So, and I believe it. I mean, I worry about when I lift weights, and I'm lifting 10, 15-pound weights. So I'm waiting for one of my bones to break when I lift up the weights.
I would hate to ask them what age of the body I have.
Yeah, I agree with you, Heritage Heart. I haven't tried it in tomato juice, but I might try it in a V8. Put like a teaspoon of castor oil in V8, and that might cover up the taste of the castor oil.
It may. I don't know. Oh, that stuff is just gross. I can taste it just thinking about it.
But since I started doing the keto, I like V8 a whole lot more. I used to hate the taste of V8, but now it's like, all this is tomato smoothie or juice or whatever you want to call it with all the vegetables in it. So
That's awesome, though. So you're noticing taste buds change too.
yeah, I'm just worried because Dr. Pepper is starting to taste different to me. I'll have one Dr. Pepper a week and it's starting to taste different. And I'm like, no, not my Dr. Pepper.
That's the awesome thing about keto, because the stuff you're not supposed to have, it just weans out of your body anyway.
Yeah.
And Gemma, she's been doing good. She, is now liking fresh vegetables and things that she's never eaten before.
And trusting God said is a good point. Like when things start tasting different as well, I've noticed. Like I've slowly the last couple of months been reducing my soda intake. Whereas I used to have, this is going to sound really, really bad, but I used to have 4 to 5 and I mean big bottles a day, like not just the small ones, but I'd have like the 200 like liter ones. And when I started eating more healthily and reducing certain things, and he brings up a good point. I had a glass of soda the other day for the first time in a few weeks, and I was just like, this tastes really weird. Like, what the hell am I drinking this for? And it just tasted really bitter. And I was like, ugh. I actually pulled the rest of it down the sink. I was like, yuck.
Yep.
It was, yeah. So that's a good point.
Yeah. I've noticed. I think that I have to buy a lot of pomegranate juice now because I can't handle orange juice. It's just too acidy, so I have to drink pomegranate juice. And that stuff's expensive.
Yeah, it is. And that's why, like I say, when I go to the store to, shop, I always buy 2 of everything. So each month I'm buying 2. I try to buy an extra of everything, and then that way I can stock.
Yeah.
But I've been doing that. I've been keto 9 years now. So I've been doing that for 9 years. So I basically don't really have to shop for my keto stuff anymore. I have a pantry of stuff. But I still try to keep up that habit just in case. But I was going to say, Zevia. Have you seen the Zevia or tried it yet, Trust?
I have. I don't like it, but I mean,
that'll change too.
Yeah.
You'll
Well,
end up like-
I've been trying it in my coffee, and it was like, no.
No. Zevia is not stevia. Zevia is it's a carbonated water with flavoring, but it tastes just like root beer. Or they have all different kinds of flavors. They got root beer, orange, black cherry.
Stevia, sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. I don't know if they sell it in the UK.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up.
I'll have to.
I've heard of it. I'll have to have a look.
Yeah, I'll have to check Drug Emporium here. If they
do sell it, I will go and get some.
Yeah.
Only place I found it locally here is Kroger's.
Yeah.
But this is what it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Drug Emporium has it. I think I've seen it, but I thought it was an energy drink or something.
No, it's really good too. And you're always talking about ice cream, Trust. You can put this over some top of some keto ice cream for a root beer float.
And I saw the keto ice cream last night for the first time at HEB. I'm like, oh, I should get some. I was like, no, I'm going to ask Jess first.
What was it?
If it's really keto ice cream or not. You know how some stuff says it is and it isn't.
Yeah.
So that's the first time I ever heard of keto ice creams.
What was it? Do you know the brand or anything?
It was the HEB brand. It was HEB itself doing it. I think it was like Hill Country or something.
I don't know. You'd have to snap a picture of the ingredients and send it to me or something. But yeah, a lot of the products in the store that say they're keto, I try to stay away from because, like you said, 95% of the time it is not keto.
Yeah.
And it's really depressing, you want to be able to have, like for me anyways, I want to be able to have a quick snack and just grab and go and eat. And I'm like, I can't do that. I always have to make everything.
Yeah.
Talking of snacks, my dad actually bought me some pumpkin seeds the other day, and I've been snacking on them instead of when I feel like I want to have a naughty snack or a sugary snack. I've been going to my cupboard to get the pumpkin seeds out, and they're in a little bag, and I'm like, I just have a handful of them, and I'm full once I've had them. So that's one thing I have learned to do: replace the snacks with something else.
Yeah. Heritage Heart Home said no, it's not full of chemicals. I don't do food that's full of chemicals at all, or drinks, and it's all natural what's in that Zevia.
I've seen the monk fruit. I'm scared to try it.
The only reason I haven't tried the monk fruit either, but the only reason I haven't is because it's twice the price of stevia. It's just, for me, it's more pocket friendly to get the stevia. What did I find?
Do you guys have an Aldi's Trust?
Yeah, we have oldies here. Yeah.
Yeah, we have one that's like the size of a shoebox.
I found finally, I was so excited when I went grocery shopping this month. I found a product. I think Bear ate all the cookies. But anyways, they come in a little bag like this. It's like this big, a small one. And these cookies are like this big around. They're just like little snack cookies. And they say keto cookie on them. They're chocolate chip cookies. Oh my gosh, that I think they just taste so good to me because I don't have to make them. But I read the back of it and it was 100% keto ingredients, and I was like, "You gotta be kidding me! This is awesome!" So, yeah, I bought those. I was just like so stoked about it. I can't believe I found a keto product in the store that was actually keto.
I'll have to look. Maybe I'll take a drive out there when it's super hot.
Yeah. I'll have to go to Aldi's too.
Yeah, Aldi's is pretty good. I like, and they started selling avocado oil now too. Walmart sells avocado oil for almost $11 a thing.
Yeah.
And I noticed Aldi's had it for $7.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Brian Lloyd says, "Does anybody grow stevia?" I do grow stevia. And I like to use my stevia in like my tea and stuff like that. And it's really hard unless you have a lot of plants to get enough to actually cook with it when you grow it fresh. But that's one of my goals this year. I want to get starts off of my stevia plant and just plant as many as I possibly can.
Yeah.
But it's easy to grow. The only thing that stinks about it is it's a tropical plant, I guess, a tropical herb. So in the wintertime, you got to bring it in. And I'm not a house plant person. I always kill everything I bring in the house.
You sound like me. I'll bring a rock in and I'll die.
Yes. And that's crazy because, you know, I have a green thumb when it comes to outside stuff. I can plant a garden like nobody's business. But the minute I bring something inside, nope, it's done. I killed it.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh.
Gemma jumped down.
Yeah.
Or about booted.
Yeah.
I cook more with avocado oil now, Moonlight says. I do too. I love the avocado oil.
I wish I could have it. I'm allergic.
Really?
Yeah.
That sucks. Because I don't really care for olive oil. I don't like olives, and I've never really cared for olive oil. But
yeah,
I basically just forced myself to eat it until I found the avocado oil.
Yeah. Yeah, I use olive oil, unfortunately. Because I tried the coconut, and I have that in a cabinet, but I won't use the coconut very often.
Have you tried using the ghee yet?
The ghee?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's pretty good to use.
Yeah.
It still has pretty strong taste, like I think, though.
Yeah.
Jujube, I ordered stevia plant. It was so tiny. Oh, see, I was lucky. I think it was like 3 or 4 years ago. We have a yard sale. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of it, but it's called the Route 40 yard sale.
Yep.
Okay. So the Route 40 yard sale, there's a lot of people around here that grow like herbs and sell tinctures and things like that. And this lady one year, she had nothing but stevia plants. And I was like, oh my goodness. And they were huge. So that's why I was able to get mine. And it really scares me to order seeds or plants or anything offline because I never know what I'm going to get.
Yeah. Yeah, fig oil's good. That's right. That's why I'm growing a fig tree.
I've never had fig oil.
I love figs altogether, so
I would love to have a fig plant, but I can't find them locally.
Oh, I found mine at Home Depot, and I was surprised because they even say they don't grow in this area.
Wow.
I bought mine; it was dying. They charged me like a third of the price of what it was, and I put it in a powder, babied it, when we had that freeze, it lost all its leaves, but now it's like double its size. It's
That's
growing
awesome.
crazy here. So
I'm not sure, Ginger Ninja. I know stevia is really, really hard to get started, and I've never been successful with trying to sprout it myself, so I am not sure. Does the fig oil have a strong taste, or is it neutral? Trust.
to me, when I first used it, it was strong because I wasn't used to it. But now it's just like it's normal to me. It's like olive oil is to me now. But we have a lady here that has a shop. All she sells is oils. She's a lot of half her section is olive oils from Italy, and they're all different flavors. They'll add spicy stuff and all these other things to it. And their bottles are like $7 bottles. I mean, they're not super huge or anything.
Wow.
But,
Yeah, here at a chart homestead, I can't find figs or anywhere. And so she's making the oils herself, or she's just
no, she purchases them and imports them or exports however
okay.
she gets them there. So I mean, it's pretty something different. And she's next to the butcher shop I go to, so I mean, it's just a more convenient thing for me. So, but that's where I found out the fig oil. I didn't even know they had fig oil, but I went in there and they'll give you a little samples, a little clear cup that you can try it and drink it if you want to try to taste it, or give you a cracker and all that. I tried it; it was okay. So,
I need to try. And my starter trays a mist instead of rain hitting it. Have you tried chitting it, Ginger Ninja? Starting it in a paper towel. Maybe go that route too. I don't know. Brian Lloyd says, "How is your herb garden doing?" It's doing great. It's awesome. I have a new video dropping on Thursday. I know that's quite a ways away, but Thursday I got a surprise from another YouTuber yesterday. So that video comes out Thursday. So you guys might want to check that out. It's pretty cool. I'm excited. I was so excited. I am in 6B Heritage Heart Homestead. I ordered some oil of oregano. Awesome. That stuff is amazing. I tried starter tray, paper towel, heat mat, you name it, nothing. Ugh. I don't know. I know stevia is a really, really hard one. But the thing is, if you can find somebody that has a stevia plant, you can take a start off of it. You can just trim it and get a start and put it in the ground or in a pot and it'll grow. Now, with the fig trees, do you need a male and a female, or do they propagate on their own?
I don't know. This is the first fig tree I'm doing, and so far it's been doing everything by itself. I mean, it started off, it was probably like 8 inches high.
Yeah.
And now it's like 3 times its size. They turn into bushes. My sister has them all over her mansion that she lives at. And usually every year I used to go over there and pick the figs and stuff for bringing back.
You know why I want figs? Trust.
I
want to make keto fig Newtons so bad.
Yeah, I thought about that too. It's like, yeah, once I get enough figs, I'll figure out how to make the breading and.
Yeah, you'll have to do that since I don't have figs, and then you'll have to show me how it turns out.
Yeah. But I want to get an olive tree too and plant that. And there's a couple other things. I want the stuff that they say can't grow here. I want to prove to them it can grow here.
Yeah.
For many years before, they used to say you can't grow grapes to do wine in Texas. And now Texas has got like the 3rd largest winery in the States. I mean, hello.
It's that rebel inside of you.
Yeah. So eventually I'll do a cherry tree, but I still got 3 pounds of cherries I got to pit. Oh my God.
I've got 2 cherry trees, but they're the sour ones for like baking pies.
Uh-huh.
But they've been on this property for I don't even know how long. When my mother-in-law and father-in-law planted them.
Mhm.
And they're so hard to get to. Like the birds are always beating me to them.
Mhm.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah. And I got
What
my
do you?
I got my pomegranate seeds that I pulled from a couple of pomegranates.
Yeah.
But I got to wait till next summer to well, not next summer, next spring to actually plant them or germinate them to get it going. So it'll probably be another 5 years before I get a pomegranate tree.
That'll be awesome though.
Yeah, I grew up with pomegranate trees in my grandmother's backyard. It'd get hot. We'd go over there, just pull a pomegranate, just eat it, and spit the seeds out.
Yeah, and I love the pomegranate, and that's what I used to live in California. I used to live in Redding, California, and my neighbor had a pomegranate bush there, and
Yeah.
it was like in between the property, so half of it was on mine and half of it was on hers. And she was really nice, and I was like, I just want to make sure I can eat these. And me and my son used to go over and just sit by that bush and eat pomegranates like every day.
Yeah. Well,
And then at that same time, my sister, she was working at a olive plant, making
mhm.
olive oil and picking olives and stuff like that. Oh my goodness. And I think that's why I hate olives so much, because she would come home just smelling like olives. And I'm like, oh, that's like the worst smell ever.
Yeah. Well, Heritage, the reason it says next year is everything I've read about the germination thing. When you do the seeds, you should let them sit and sort of dry up for almost a year before actually using them. If you want the best, what do you call it, production of them?
Yeah, germination.
Yeah. So
Brian,
all these little plastic containers with everything I've labeled them: lemons, oranges, apples.
yeah. Brian's asking about what we think about growing herbs inside. Well, for me personally, I don't grow anything inside if I don't have to, because I kill it all. I think my biggest problem though is because I live in a trailer. So the sunlight coming in is not very well.
I don't know. A lot of people bash trailers. I miss living in a trailer.
I don't mind my trailer.
So the only time I don't like the trailer is when there are tornadoes coming at you, but the rest of the time it's pretty decent.
Yeah. The only thing I don't like about it is sometimes I just feel like it gets cluttered too fast. You know, I don't have enough space. But other than that, I don't mind my trailer at all.
Oh my God. I got a 2,000-foot house I'm renting, and it's only me, and this place gets cluttered every day.
Yeah, I think this trailer is only 1,000 foot, so half of what you got there.
Yeah, but you're not paying as much as I am either. So and you got the property. So.
Yeah. Yeah, thankfully. That was one good thing, one really good thing about his parents. They bought this property when they were 16 and 18.
Yeah.
So they've had it for a really long time, and they were very diligent about paying this place off, and they did. They made it.
Yeah.
So we just have to worry about, we're pretty lucky actually. We only have to worry about property taxes and electric. Because we have the spring on the property, so all of our water is natural. So it's pretty nice.
Yeah. Before I wanted to just get a trailer or some property, out of the city and all that. Now I'm to the point I just want the property. I'll buy an RV and live in an RV since it's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to be traveling across the U.S. in the RV anyway. So, I mean, just come in and out, change the sewage and all that other stuff. And when I do my grocery shopping once a month or something, and I want the property just to grow stuff. So, I mean,
Brian says I have dark soil. Well, that's good because that means it's really good soil.
yeah, you might want to get it tested though in case it's missing anything. If that's what you're having problems growing stuff in it.
Ginger Ninja, I don't know how a very poisonous flower got into my herb garden, but it's crazy. What flower got in there, Ginger Ninja? Now you got me curious. Did I miss it?
Yeah. Well, it could have been something if you added any type of soil to it or potting mix or anything. It could have been in that mix also.
Or poop.
Yeah. Well, those birds poop there, and
Mm-hmm. I've noticed odd stuff in my veggies from Home Depot. Ooh.
Now,
Ginseng.
that's why when you look at your plants, it doesn't matter where you get them. When you buy the plants already started, you got to look like you're doing your produce that you're buying to use. You got to look at them real closely.
Heritage Heart Homestead asked you why next year.
Yeah, and I told her it's because
Oh,
of the
okay.
location thing. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah,
I was just seeing if we missed anything.
yeah.
The only poisonous thing that I have around here that I cannot stand is that poison hemlock, and it is everywhere. I cannot get rid of this stuff. It doesn't matter what I do. It just comes up every year. And it's funny too because I really didn't realize that it was poison hemlock until this year when everybody was talking about herbs and stuff.
Yeah.
And me and my husband always rip it out by hand. And so we've never had any adverse reaction or anything like that. And my husband always feeds it to the hogs too. He just rips it out of the ground and throws it to the hogs, and they eat it, and they've never had any problem either. And I was researching it this year, and everybody's like, it's poisonous to animals. It'll kill your animals. It'll cause you welts on your body. It'll cause respiratory infections. And I'm like, huh. I said, well, we've been ripping that out of the ground for years by hand. Like, oh my God. So I guess we're immune to it.
Yeah.
Ginger Ninja says Jimson weed. I don't know what that is. I've never seen that.
I don't know. We've had all this weird stuff popping up since everybody got those Chinese seeds.
Oh, yeah.
Get rid of them, and people were planting them. It's like, really?
Yeah.
There's a reason why they tell you don't plant them.
Yeah. That was nuts.
It's like those Asian bamboos that they freaking keep bringing over here, and they tell you don't. And people smuggle them in. Once you put them in there, it's like a weed. You literally got to pull the whole root.
Yeah.
Feet under the ground. And I see places, and I see all that bamboo growing. Everybody say, "Ooh, bamboo's." Like, yeah, you don't want that bamboo. It's going to grow. Eventually, in 5 years, it's going to be in your front yard.
Yeah.
You're like, how can I get rid of it? Dig out your whole yard.
Yep. Have you ever heard of pigweed?
Yep.
My friend over at the Big Blue House Homestead, she's in South Carolina, and she did a video the other day, and the only thing new that she put in her garden was like manure.
Uh-huh.
And when she did the video, she showed the weed and everything. She says it's spiky. I don't know what it is. I've never seen it before. And I'm like, oh, that's pigweed. I was like, we have it here everywhere. They call it like 4 or 5 different names too. I don't remember, but we always called it pigweed. Yeah. And I'm like, whatever you do, get rid of it. It's invasive. It'll be everywhere.
Yeah, burn it. Buy a blowtorch. Build a blowtorch. Something.
That's what I want. I want a blowtorch, so it'll make my work a little easier.
Yeah.
If I had a blowtorch, that's what I would do with that poison hemlock. I'd just be out there like.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone eat dandelion? I don't. I've never eaten it raw. I've made dandelion jelly, and I haven't ate the flower raw, but I have ate the leaves raw. I used to watch this lady on YouTube. She passed away now, but it was called Depression Cooking or something like that. Uh-huh. And her channel was focused on things that people ate in the Depression, and she showed you how to cook them or make them. And she did a dandelion salad, and I'm like, ooh, that looks good. I'm going to try it. So I went out there and picked all these dandelion leaves and made a salad just like she did. Oh my gosh. That dandelion leaf is so bitter. It was like just basically eating grass.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't do it.
But that's what that's the thing you got to watch out for when you put manure down, because it depends on what the animal ate.
Yeah.
If they're open range animals, yeah, they're gonna eat anything and everything that goes in their mouth. So you might have a blueberry bush growing in a couple of years.
Joe Morgan says, look into a rosebud burner. What is that? I don't know what that is. Now I'm going to have to look it up. Can't burn some stuff. Yeah, that's true. Heritage Heart Homestead.
And that's why they made napalm.
Oh,
Yeah, I get my
what
front
is
yard
that channel?
grows dandelions. Yeah.
What did you say, Trust? I didn't hear you.
Now, my front yard grows dandelions like crazy, but I won't eat any of them. Because I don't trust what's in my neighbor's yard. And then the wind blows all their stuff into it, so no telling what's getting mixed in with the dandelions.
Yeah, this searching dandelion and stuff. I want to do a dandelion.
Uh-oh. Leg spike. I thought it was mine and it's yours. Okay. I was like, my computer's not saying I'm spiking. Okay, get ready, Joe. If she drops, I'm going to have to tell jokes. Oh, there she is
Can
again.
you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh
The
my
other's
goodness.
still trying to turn on. Okay, now.
I don't know.
Okay.
I was like, what the heck is going on? I got the spinning wheel of death. I could still see you and hear you. I just couldn't do anything.
Yeah. You're putting pressure on me. I was even telling Joe Morgan, if she drops, I'm going to have to tell jokes. Let me find my grandfather joke book.
Moonlight Gypsy. It's called Great Depression Cooking. That's the channel.
Yeah. I didn't know she passed away, though.
Yeah, she passed away like 4 years ago, I think now.
Oh, man.
It's been a while. But yeah, I love watching her channel, and I still go back and resource it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it hasn't been that long ago. I don't know. I know like one of her family members, I think it's her son, that does her videos and stuff. He still manages the account.
Oh, okay.
But it looks like I can't remember how long ago she passed away now.
Yeah.
But it looks like the last video that was uploaded was 5 months ago. So he must be finding more videos of her.
Yeah. Well, I heard because a couple other people have mentioned her, and that's why I went over and looked at it. And they said that he was going to do some recipes that she did towards the very beginning, just to update him. He was still going to leave it, but he was just redoing it again to keep the videos going, so people know her channel's not down. But
yeah, Clara, that's her name. Joe says she died a while back.
Yeah, as long as it wasn't from dandelion overdose of dandelion tea. That's the only thing I really do with dandelions is use it for tea. So
yeah, well, that's what I was gonna say. The dandelion root. They said when I was researching it, they said the best time to harvest it is in the fall.
yeah.
So that's what I'm waiting for.
Yeah.
And then Tuesday, I'm doing my Tincture Tuesday at 8 p.m. So if anybody's interested in that, I've decided I'm going to do mint that day. Do some mint tincture.
Mint.
Yes. And, my garden's just starting, so nothing's really producing. So I figure, most people should have mint right now. So if anybody wants to do the mint tincture with me, they can follow along and do it with. I love mint.
I remember growing up and just grabbing it out of the garden. My mom used to get so mad at me, so I'd finish off the mint before she had a chance to get it.
That's funny. We used to get in so much trouble for eating all kinds. I used to eat all kinds of wild stuff all the time. You know those purple clovers?
Uh-huh.
And you like take the flower, I don't know what you call them, the flower part, and there's like little white tips on it. And if you suck on it, it tastes like honey. We used to eat those as kids all the time. We'd always get yelled at. Quit eating that stuff. You're going to get sick.
I can see you. Oh,
I'm like, nah, we've been eating them for years. And the clover, or the little like 4-leaf clovers, we used to eat those all the time.
yeah.
They were good. We were like crazy kids. We'd go down to like the creek and catch minnows and gut them and fry them up and try to eat them. And
Oh.
yeah, we did all kinds of stuff. We would pretend we were like cowboys and Indians, and we'd still fill corn from the neighbor's house and try to cook it and eat it.
Yeah.
They'd see the smoke down at the creek come running down there. What are you doing? You can't build them fires down here. We're cooking lunch. Leave us alone.
Mm-hmm. I don't know.
All right, Joe. Thanks for stopping by. You have a good morning. Yeah, I think I'm going to hop off here too. Trust, are you going live?
I don't know. I gotta get motivated to do stuff, so I should go to the kitchen and wash my dishes. I gotta clean my blender that I dirtied this morning.
Yeah, I gotta do the same thing. How was your breakfast this morning?
That was good. I'm not hungry, so
That's awesome.
yeah. But like I said, I'm gonna try with strawberries. I think it was the blueberries just didn't give it the flavor.
Yeah,
like the strawberries would have. So maybe I'll make a trip to Aldi's and find those cookies and get some strawberries from Aldi's.
yeah.
So.
They have the keto cookies that I found were chocolate chip, and they're in like the same bag. One's white with red lettering, which is the chocolate chip, and then the other bag is like a mint green color, and those are snickerdoodles.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, I've only seen one, and it looks like real thin. It looks like crispy, and I think it said chocolate chip on it, but I think that's the only one I've seen that said keto on it. But I think that was a Drug Emporium. I don't know if that's the same one as the one you talked about at Aldi's. I'm going to go to Aldi's anyway to check. So
Yeah. All right. Well, Trust, I want to thank you so much for jumping on the panel.
Well, thank you for inviting me, and thank you for another thing I can eat for breakfast instead of Pop-Tarts.
You're welcome.
Hey, it's been almost 2 weeks since I've had a Pop-Tart.
Good job. Get away from them pop.
Yep. All right. Have a nice day now. Bye, chat.
Bye. I want to thank everybody in the chat for coming out and watching as well and showing some support. Thank you so much. I hope you all have a wonderful and happy and safe, beautiful day. And I will see you next time. Don't forget to check out Tincture Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope to see you there. Goodbye.